Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody to the Brand Zone. Here for all your marketing, branding, selling, and scaling advice. Today you all are in for a very special treat. I have the man, the myth, the legend. He's been to Rome. Mr. David Dubs on the call today. How's it going, David?
It is going fantastic, man. It is going fantastic. So glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
Man, thanks for coming on the show, man. I know my listeners are in for a treat. I know you have a lot of advice, a lot of background, a lot of things that can really change people's lives, and a lot of trainings out there online. So we'll jump right into it. So, David, tell us about the businesses and your companies that you run right now.
Well, I'll go a little bit back further than that. Some people may know me, some people might not. I'm a dinosaur, literally. I started internet marketing in 1995. And in 1995, believe it or not, you couldn't even post a video because it would just buffer so bad. It would take like 6 to 8 hours to upload a video. And then when people watched it, you take a 2-minute video, it might take 20 minutes because every 2 seconds it was buffering and was irritating. So back in the day, I started to do something that took off like crazy, and most people weren't even experiencing this yet. See, so back in the day, everybody wrote long copy websites because you couldn't do video, so you had to read a bunch of words. Well, I realized that wasn't going to work really good, so I literally launched audios, and there was a service way back in the day called BYO Audio, and I literally added audio to my website. People were blown away, and I would answer basically all their objections. Why should you work with me? How are you going to make money? How does this work? And they click a button, and I'd ask that question. Why work with me? Well, let me tell you why to work with me, and I would go into a pitch and this and that, and I had about 10 audios on this page. And I went from being broke to when I did that, I ended up making over 46 grand my second month in the business and almost $500,000 in under 6 months just off that little website. So that launched me in a company called EDC Gold. This is way back in the day. We made a few $1,000,000 off of that. And then one of the things I realized was people suck at sales. They hate it. They're not good at selling. They're not good at handling objections. So how could you fix that? That was like birthing of sales funnels way before people even knew what a sales funnel was. I said, how can I duplicate me? I said, man, if I could just make everybody me, a hustler that knows how to sell, that knows how to close, I'd make a ton more money because I'd sign these people up and they wouldn't do anything. And I'm like, man, how do I get all these people and you get nobody, or you can't sign anybody up? It would make me so mad. I really get mad because I would I'd be able to sign 300-400 people up in a deal myself in my first 30 days and break all the records. I was actually the #1 recruiter in 8 different companies. But what irked me was when people couldn't do it too. And then one time, I think I was in the shower or something, not that you guys want that image, but I was, I thought about like what caused me to be different. And I realized that 99% of the people that were joining me in deals can't sell, hate to sell, can't handle objections. And when I mean can't handle objections, when people hit you with how much money have you made, how long you've been in the business, how do I know it's going to work? You still got a job. What do you mean you're making money? All these kind of things, it would blow people out, man, and they just couldn't do it. So I'm like, you know what? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to shut up. Don't say a thing. The only thing I want you to say is, hey, I heard you've been looking for something. I think I got something. Let me send you this. And then they would send over a page. And this is back before there was even like really a bunch of replicating websites and this and that. I would make everybody just go to this one website. And at the end, I'd say, get back to the person that sent you here because it wasn't really replicatable. But I would do a bunch of videos that I would literally do the telling, the selling, the explaining, the closing. And then what would happen is my people would get sign-ups. So what would they tell their people? Hey, I don't want you to do nothing. Shut up and send people here. And then at the end, though, I did something special. I said, look, if you're watching this video right now, I know you hate to sell. I know you suck at internet marketing. I know you can't close a soul. But because you're on this website, what if I were to give you this exact website that's making millions of dollars online, closing for you? Can you sit back, shut up, and just hand out this website? Of course you can. And then that was kind of how sales funnels started. And then, so every deal I would join, all the MLM deals, like I hit diamond in a travel company in 6 days. Broke the record. Monavie, billion-dollar company, the first company hit $1 billion in 2 years. They hired me and paid me as a consultant to come in and talk sales funnels. They launched a new company called Mint. It broke all records in the MLM industry, did more money in a month than any company ever had done in a month. You know who the number one recruiter was? That's me. I actually built a sales funnel prior to them launching. They had to hire 3 people to take all the phone calls that were coming in. I basically shut the whole office down. And so I have a lot of experience making money. So then eventually after doing all these deals, I made a ton of money in the deals. And then I decided, I called a former friend of mine that was the chief marketing officer of a deal. And I told him, we were just catching up. And he says, well, what are you going to do? Because I got out of one deal that ended up shutting down just because it was just mismanaged and this and that. So there's a lot of time for reflection and thought about what my next move was going to be. And I said, you know what? I'm tired of working with these companies. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start my own sales and tools company because all of these people in MLM need this. Most of them stink at recruiting. Most of them don't know how to do a sales funnel. Most of them are using. So here, let me just take a step real quick. I know I talk fast. A lot of people where they make mistakes is they join a company and they use the website that a company gave them. And what happens is that's not a sales funnel. What you're doing there is you're allowing people to dictate what they're going to see. So a lot of them will just jump on a website and say, what's it going to cost me? Click the opportunity button, see a price, and leave. Well, we call that, us top guys in the industry, we have a little saying for that. We call that the kiss of death when it comes to recruiting and sales, or the kiddie pool. That's what the amateurs do. They'll send people to a corporate website. Never, ever do that. By building a sales funnel, what we're doing is we're directing people, watch this. Now you're done watching this. Now you're going to watch this. Now you're going to watch this. Now you're going to watch this. And by the time I get you to the end, you're already excited. So by the time you see the price, now that price isn't an issue anymore because you're already sold and excited and you're ready to go. And so that was the difference. So I said, man, all these people in these MLM deals, all they do is use the corporate website, which is getting them no sales, no signups. And here's what they do. They quit one company, join another. Quit that company, join another. They keep thinking it's the deal that's the wrong deal. And, oh, I'm in this new one. It does this, it does that. It's going to make me money. And then they jump into the next one, the next one, next one. The problem is with that is they never fix themselves or their marketing. So they could join deal after deal after deal and fail all the time, consistently hitting that wall, never making money. It's not the deal. If you can't figure out how to get leads and you can't figure out how to market and you can't figure out a system that does the selling, and closing, it don't matter what you do. You'll keep doing that and buying a chronic kit buyer and being a carnival barker saying this deal, this deal, this deal, this deal, and fail miserably when guys like me will go into a deal and rip it in half, take off, and you're sitting there like, man, I want that guy's lifestyle. I want the cars he drives. I want the stuff he buys. I want the life like that, but you're doing all the wrong things to get it. So we designed a company called the Conversion Pros. We set that up over 6 years ago, and it works with any company, any product, any service to get more leads, more sales, more signups, and then we do all the training to teach people that stuff. Now, we came up with that idea 6 years ago, almost 6 years ago in November. And a month later, we launched it, and now we're in over 70 countries. We have the who's who that use us, all the top 6 and 7-figure earners use our tool system. We sell leads. We're about to sell traffic. So not only can you build the right sales funnels, but then we can get the traffic to it. So it's basically everything all in one box that you need. You need a sales funnel. Period. Without it, you're done. That's kind of like that old saying, you want to take a knife to a gunfight. When you're using our sales funnels, it's like taking the Navy SEALs to a gunfight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then we get the traffic. So the person can't say, it solves 2 problems, what people suck at. Building the thing, and then where do I get all the traffic from? And then we also have leads too. So that it's a whole thing. So we did that. That's one of the companies. And then another company that I have, which is recent, man, my phone just keeps ringing, man, all day long. One of the other companies that we have that's very exciting is called Wombat, Word of Mouth Bot. My friend who lives in my town, we literally were comparing notes. He was showing me his business. I was sharing the Conversion Pros with him. But when I saw what he had, I said, yo, stop. Do you even know what you got? Because we're going to take this thing and make a bunch of money with it. And once I showed him, he knew I was an online marketer. He didn't have all the online skills that I did, but he's a very smart tech guy who could build software and do things. I was blown away by it. I said, man, oh man, this thing is going to crush it. And I have the ability, I always know what to kind of see at the right time. I've done this for years. Again, I've been marketing since 1995 online, haven't had a job since then. And made a whole lot of money. So I've always been able to get in things at the right time. And it's so funny because I watch people online get into all these goofy deals, you know, these here todays, gone tomorrows, and then they wonder why they're not making the money and not getting rich. You know, a lot of it has to be with this. And what this deal is, and I know Brandon, you're excited about this. When I told you, me and Brandon went out to eat the other day, and when I told him this, I said, Brandon, trust me, you're going to lose sleep tonight once you see it. And he's like, man, this is crazy. And so let me tell you guys what it is and how it works. First and foremost, you have to take clues. If you want to make money, you got to know money, right? You got to take clues. Well, what's a clue? When Silicon Valley is dropping $100 million into something, that's a clue. And if you don't read that clue, you're just going to be like everybody else, working the JLB, getting by, while the other people go get rich, right? I mean, if you think about it, you would have all invested in that Amazon or looked at some of the technology that came out and would have loved to be part of that, right? Mm-hmm. Well, what happened is not only Silicon Valley investing heavily as one clue, a second clue is there's one company that is spending millions of dollars right now on ads on Sirius XM. So as you drive in your car, you will hear these ads. Now, if you're going to drop a huge marketing budget like that, don't you think that's a clue that there's a lot of money in the industry? Because people just don't drop millions of dollars into ads, nationwide ads, unless there's a bunch of money to be had. That's clue number 2, right? So you have to understand and look for clues when it comes to making money. Okay, that being said, Amazon. Okay, I'm going to ask everybody this question that's on here right now. And you're going to understand how Amazon has changed the world, literally. It's changed how you look at things. And you might not think of this until I tell it to you, but I want you to think about something. Do you buy anything on Amazon? I guarantee you all of you say yes, because we all have an Amazon Prime account. We love it. Did you look at the reviews before you bought something? And if you say no, you're lying, because we all go out there and we all read reviews, right? You know, if is it good, is it bad? I mean, I was buying my son a mattress because he grew like 5 inches overnight, you know, and I had to get him a bigger mattress. Well, I had one mattress in the cart, and I'm like, let me look at the reviews, and I kept reading that people were getting bed bugs inside when they got it delivered. I was like, hell no. And I didn't buy that mattress, and I bought another brand. Why? Because the reviews. It wasn't because the company was going to tell me how great it was, but the real people buying it, the reviews were going to tell me what I wanted to see. Okay, so what my buddy did was he developed software that gets companies, local businesses, reviews on Google, Yelp, Facebook, and industry sites like Arvo, Angie's List, Cars.com, etc. Now, let me tell you why this is so powerful and why there's so much money in it for you if you're listening to this right now. I want you to think about a few things here. Number one, because of Amazon, you read reviews. That means you read reviews on everything now. Do you know that there's a statistic that says 97% of all people will read a review before they choose who to do a business with? Now, I want you to think about this because everything I'm going to say to you makes a lot of sense, and I guarantee you, you're going to have to agree with me whether you like it or not. I hope you like it. But here's the deal. There is no phone book anymore. Okay, that's for dinosaurs like me. I used to have to get the phone book and read stuff. A lot of you are younger than me. You probably don't even remember a phone book. You know, there's no phone book. There's no yellow pages. I want you to think about something. If you need a phone number, if you're like, man, what's that pizza place on Church Street? Oh, yeah, let me Google that real quick. You put it into Google. Do you know what comes up? Google just doesn't show you the phone number. It shows you their review ranking. And not only that, it shows you usually other businesses that are similar to that and their reviews. Example, my buddy's a multi-million-dollar earner out of Atlanta. When I started to show him this business, he goes, stop. You don't even need to sell me on this. Listen, during the quarantine, my son wanted to get some pizza. So I said, man, we haven't had Papa John's for a while. And they're in Smyrna, Georgia, right outside Atlanta. He Googled, and you guys could Google this, Google Papa John's Smyrna, and you will see some nasty, nasty reviews. I mean, crazy low reviews, probably the lowest in any Papa John's in the country. So I said, Chris, did you order Papa John's? And he said, hell no, I didn't. But so what happened was he was ready to take his credit card and spend money at this establishment. Well, as soon as he saw the reviews, he took that money back from that business and spent it in another business. If you own that Papa John's, do you want that to happen? Do you want to lose customers or do you want to gain customers? Another example, if your sink breaks, if you have a house and you got to get a plumber, a lot of people don't know plumber. You would Google what? Plumber, name of your city. and a bunch of them are going to show up. Now, because of Google, because of Amazon, what did you learn how to do? I want to look at the person that has the most reviews. So if one guy has 5 reviews and another guy has 17 and another one has 184, which one are you probably going to use? Well, Amazon taught you to use the most reviews. You're going to use that. What does that mean for all the other plumbers that came up? See, plumbers all work with that 50 to 100-mile radius, right? They're all trying to get you. They need you as a customer. But they don't understand. If they're not smart enough about their business to figure out this review game, they are absolutely getting crushed because everybody's at Google's a plumber. They think they might get a call. They're not getting a call. The guy that has the most reviews, as long as they're decent reviews, that's who's getting the calls. And so when we go into a business and we show them that and it makes sense, they're like, man, this is a no-brainer. I need this. But here's what they don't want to do. A plumber's great at fixing a sink. A plumber's good at the hot water heater. He doesn't want to learn about search engines and reviews. He wants something that runs automatic in the background that will grab him reviews, and our software will do this. I want to explain 2 other things real quick, and I'm going to get you guys real excited about money. Search engine optimization, SEO. A lot of you are online. You've heard of that before. Do you realize that there's SEO guys that will go into a company and charge anywhere from like $700 to $3,000? And what do? They write a lot of blogs. They write a lot of stuff to try to generate keywords so that site is generated on the website. But here's something you didn't know. You know Google takes 15% of how they're going to rank a business on Google's based on their Google review score. And you have to have at least a 4.74 score and at least 47 reviews to place in the top 3 spots on Google. Now, if you're a business owner and you understand how important Google is, and you understand 75% of people don't even look at Google page 2, don't you want to get up on Google? Isn't that search engine optimization important? Here's how it works with reviews. If I have a plumber come to my house on Saturday and I write, man, my sink was broke. This plumber came out on a Saturday and fixed it. He's the best plumber in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Excuse me. That's not COVID. So those are all keyword terms. So now if someone types in keyword terms like what plumber works on Saturdays in Murfreesboro, those keyword terms, that organic stuff is going to help them rank higher. Example, we have a client out of Salt Lake City, Utah, that is now getting over $13,000 in organic traffic that they would have to pay for, all off the reviews that we got them. Can you imagine how many businesses you know would want an extra $13,000 in traffic sent to them that they're not getting right now? That's how crazy this is. Reputation management too, like that Papa John's that has that bad review. We can fix that easily. You know how you fix bad reviews? Bad reviews never go away. They just need more reviews. So if you have 60 reviews and a bunch of them are bad and you got a low score, well, let's jump that up to 150, 180 reviews. Guess what? Those reviews go down. Now, here's what's also cool. This software internalizes bad reviews. Here's what you got to understand. I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and then you'll agree with me. When you're pissed off, when a business ticks you off, like I was eating lunch today, Burger Republic, you know where that is. They ticked me off because they gave me a Diet Coke in a bottle like this, and I asked for another one. After I ate by myself today, my bill was $35 just for me because I'm a pig. And I go, can I get a Diet Coke? And they're like, well, we're going to have to charge you. That's after me throwing down a $10 tip, and I'm paying all this money. I was pissed. I'm like, not that I make a lot of money. It wasn't that I couldn't spend $1, but it was a principle. Like, really? Yeah. And then they finally gave it to me because I was like, man, I'll review your ass. But I was literally going to go. So what happens is when you're ticked off, what do? You're like, screw you. I'll get on Google and I will lame blast you before they even had a chance. They were lucky they had a chance to fix it because I do reviews. I'm ready to crush them. So, but that's what happens. Businesses, they don't have a chance today because you just will go and crush them instantly. See, the problem is, how many restaurants do you go to that you like? Or how many businesses do you go to that you really like, but you never gave them a review? You know why? Because they never asked you. If they asked you, you would do a review. The problem is they never asked. Why? They don't have software that asks you. Our software goes out and asks, and that's how we get all these customers for them. They do all these reviews because we actually can get our software to do it on autopilot. Now, let's say our software sends out a review to Brandon, and he didn't have a good experience, and he gives it a 2-star. Well, our software internalizes that. It don't go post it on Google. And then the owner of the company says, Brandon gave it a 2-star. So now the owner has a chance to call Brandon on the phone and say, Brandon, man, I'm sorry I had a bad experience. Let me buy you dinner, this and that, and make it right. And now Brandon might go and give a positive review now, but we actually internalize the bad reviews so the business owner has a chance to save their reputation. Now, if none of you have ever owned your own business and put your name on anything, if you put your whole life into a business like a lot of people do, a bad reputation could crush them. That's the last thing any business owner wants, is bad reputation. So our software does search engine optimization. It helps it rank higher on search engines. It helps you get more reviews to make you more competitive and get more calls. And then on top of that, it does reputation management. Reputation management companies, by the way, charge $3,000 to $10,000 for reputation management. Crazy. So our software does 3 things in one. Now you're probably thinking about, where's the money? Let's talk about money and how big this is. First and foremost, we call it double dipping. That's how we pay you. First thing is we white label you the software. And so no one sees our name of the software. We white label it to you. We actually have people that have even opened offices just to do this. We give you 50 accounts when you sign up, and you get to sell those accounts for anything you want. Our competitor is selling it for $500 a month, and they're the ones advertising all over the place. They're selling it for $500 a month and locking people into 12 to 24-month contracts. Their software doesn't do anything near what our software does. So our software does way more. To put it in comparison, it's like if a Chevy was sitting on a lot and a Ferrari, and the Ferrari was cheaper than the Chevy, would you ever buy the Chevy? Of course you wouldn't. You'd all want the Ferrari. So if you could walk into a business owner and give way more features for a better price and not lock them into a contract, well, who's the business owner going to use? No brainer, right? So we allow you to do this, and we allow you to charge whatever you want. And get this, the business owner pays you direct. They don't pay us, they pay you. So you can make instant money. Instant money is good, right? How about you go out there and make instant money and make a bunch of it? For example, if we give you 50 accounts and you charge only $300 per account, $200 less than the competitor, you're making over $15,000 a month on the software. And then you can fill it up and buy new accounts. What we have a lot of people do is they go give free trials away to businesses. They let them try it for a week. The business sees all the reviews coming in, and then all of a sudden it's like crack. They're like, dude, I have to have this. They don't even care about paying at that point because they already see results. We had a business the other day just get 67% of the people that they put in the software to do a review. They are stoked out of their mind. And this is what we see all the time. We helped a car lot here in town go from 5 reviews to over 500 reviews, and now they have a 4.8 Google score. They do television commercials, and at the end of the commercial, they say 4.8 Google review, and they put that above their phone number, their website, and their address. Why? They realize that people trust reviews more than anything. And this is a hot biz, and it works all over the country. It works all over the world. You can actually get businesses all over the world if you want, not just where you live. And get this, when you sign up, we even give you leads. We send you free leads. Tell me any business that's hooking you up with free leads. One of our guys, Sean, called his 3rd call, closed a plumber with 15 locations, ended up being $5,000 a month off a lead that we gave Sean for free. And I could tell you story after story after story. I had another guy just close a chain of tanning salons, 10 tanning salons. He said, I'll give it to you for $100 each a month. Done deal, made $1,000 just like that. I was at a car show a weekend ago, and I gave my card out to a guy who owned four furniture stores in town, and he was looking at the competition that charged him $500 each. I said, you're my buddy. We live in the same town. I'll give it to you for $250 each. He said, done. $1,000 I made in 10 minutes. That's it. I mean, I could tell you story after story after story. You like money? I love money. And I like
a game changer. David, you're getting me hype over here, man.
This is residual money. This is money every month. This is like one time.
Yeah.
And now here's what's really good, guys. We set up an affiliate program as well. Okay, a lot of you love affiliate programs. And it's 3 tiers where we pay so just so you guys know, it's $200 to get these 50 accounts, to get set up as a whitelist. It's $200, big deal. A lot of MLMs cost way more than $200. $200, we give you 50 accounts. Again, you sell those accounts for $200, even if $200 each times 50, there's, what is that, 2,000? 20,000. That's 20,000. Yeah, I mean, so there, it's crazy. But here's the affiliate program. We pay down 3 tiers, 60, 30, 10. Now, I do an example, and I'm going to tell you this example. Do you think you could work 1 month out of the year instead of 12? Like myself, I woke up at 11:16 today. I wake up whenever I want. I have no responsibilities. I woke up, and the only reason I got up, I said, I'm going to go try a new restaurant today. I couldn't find it, so I ate it somewhere else. But that was my day today. That's what I figured out I wanted to do. And I'm telling you, everybody, this is a cool life. And Brandon will tell you, I bought four exotic cars in the last 24 months. 4 exotic cars in the last 24 months.
Right here in my hometown, too, which is crazy.
I mean, I just bought this little bad boy the other day. This is a $10,000 watch.
Yeah.
This is a $4,000. I can show you all day. Toys. Okay, it's fun. It's fun to live this lifestyle. But here's the affiliate program. The affiliate program is awesome because I want you to ask it, and I'm serious when I say this. Can you work 1 month out of 12? Most of you have a job where you work 12 out of 12 months and it sucks. Can you work 1 month out of 12? Most of you could say, yeah, man, that would be awesome. Do you think you could find 5 people a week that wants to turn $200 into about, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month in their first 30 days? Most of you would say yes to that because that's what happened. That's just the business side. I was only talking about the business money. If you get 5 people a week for 1 month, 20 people, and we get everybody to do the same thing, all they do is work 1 month, get 5 people a week, that turns out to be over $93,200 a month in residual commissions. Way more than most MLMs with way less people. Way less people.
And what's crazy, David, I don't even see this as an MLM, but the way you have it set up, being an agency owner.
Yeah, it's really an agency. It's really a franchise. I want you to think about what a franchise is, though. If you go buy McDonald's or a Subway, they're going to give you everything to be successful, but it's going to run you 20 grand to over $1 million, right? Well, we give you everything. We have all the training set up. We have flyers set up. We have scripts set up. We give you leads. We literally show you exactly what to do that's turnkey, and all you have to do is do it. And the people that are doing it, having crazy success, a lot of money. A lot of people are averaging $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 their first 30 days. Easy in this thing. But because of that model, it works so good. There's so many hustlers out there that is looking for a way to make that money. It's easy to say, man, here's a business that you need to do if you could hustle. And it's so easy to find people like that. So because of that, the affiliate program takes off, and that's why we call it double dipping. You could take 5, 10, 20 grand a month just off getting businesses, getting reviews. Now, here's the thing, too. Businesses know they need reviews. They know they can't not have them, okay? It's not an option. Either let my business get crushed like a worm under a shoe, or give me reviews and let me be competitive. They have to have it, especially with COVID. A lot of people say, well, COVID, what's that mean? With all the businesses that were shut down, right now they're doing anything they can to be more competitive, okay? So, and it's a tax deduction for the business. They get to write it off. It's their marketing expense. A lot of them are spending more money on like little flyers that come in your mail and like these little postcards that come in your mail, all these kind of things, billboards. Those things are thousands of dollars and do nothing. People go to Google first. This is the most important money that a business will spend. And it's way cheaper than SEO. It's way cheaper than reputation management. It's way cheaper than those flyers and billboards. And so it's so easy to sell, and especially with a free trial, you show results. The money just goes like crazy.
This is why I'm excited about it, David, because there's an opportunity for the business owner, and it's an opportunity for people to start a business that is a solution to a major problem that people need right now.
Absolutely.
So many clients asking me about reviews. How can they get more reviews?
Everybody
Constantly looking for softwares, and like you said, they're $500+ and lock you in contracts. But this right here, all your products from TCP to this product, you make it affordable for people. And it's just game changing. Oh my goodness, man.
That's the key. Just so anybody knows, I'm always available to do stuff like this. You bring me a room of people, I close almost everybody because, listen, no one can say this don't work, okay? I'm a living proof that this works, okay? I built massive businesses into millions and millions of dollars. I know what's going on, and I know what's out there. I see everything. And we have all the sales funnels already done. Actually, Brandon, I sent him a bunch already pre-built. He didn't have to do anything. I said, Brandon, do this. I built all of his sales funnels for him and said, here you go, okay? I'm going to do the same thing for you. You bring us people, I'll close an entire room for you. This is easy. And again, it's white labeled. You got to think about this as your own company. You can set up an office if you want. So you can call your name, dubsreviews.com or whatever, and it's your entire business. They're going to write a check or give a credit card and pay you direct.
Charge whatever you want. It's just a
Yeah,
tool.
we're going to pay you for the affiliate, but the business is going to pay you.
Yeah.
When you understand that, so that my buddy Chris that I was telling you about with the pizza, he got signed up right away. He got an apartment complex signed up the next day. Why? Think about an apartment complex. You don't want, when you have all these, like where we live, everywhere you go is apartment complex.
Yeah.
What going to make you move in? You start reading bad reviews. It's dirty. The sink don't work. They didn't take care of this. You don't want to move in there. You get a bunch of good reviews. You're like, wow, that's a place I want to live. It's an easy business. Think about nursing homes. If your mom and dad were, ready to go somewhere, are you going to send your mommy and daddy to a bad nursing home if they got bad reviews and they're killing folks over here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, like I said, how about a lawyer? I mean, so every business does it. In restaurants. How many of you want to go eat in a restaurant where it said the bathroom was dirty, or the service was slow, or the food was cold? Everywhere you go, reviews are the most important thing. Okay, I got some statistics. Actually, we even show you.
While you're looking for those, I'm gonna tell people, like, people can't control reviews. Like, you can't control if someone leaves you a bad review unless you have some sort of software like this that will send out a review instantaneously, like as soon as someone makes a purchase, or if you have a QR code or anything like that that people can scan. That's popular right now with COVID. People are just scanning QR codes, and then
we have that set up.
I mean, that's awesome, man. And people can't control reviews unless they have a solution like this. And a lot of marketers, I've been in the agency world, the digital marketing world for a long time. This is something that is game changing for our community, because the other programs out there, I mean, it's just expensive, and you have to upcharge people a whole lot. And I mean, you could just offer this one service, and that's good enough right there.
Here's a real good story here. I want you to think about timing. And my business partner said this, and I love this story. Think about the person that created the first hamburger. They would say, everybody would ask, well, what kind of ham is in it? It sounds funny, right? What kind of ham's in a hamburger? No one thinks about that, because why? We got past the curve. Well, Google reviews, and the reviews have been out for a little while. But the last 2 years, and especially this year, because everybody's been home buying on Amazon, every single person now is conditioned for reviews. You can't change it. It is something that's happened in society, and it is now a pure fact. So right now, because of this, the time is now. You don't want to get into this thing 2-3 years ago after all these businesses are gobbled up. Right now, too, 99% of these businesses are available. They're not doing anything yet. 99%. So imagine the marketplace and how much money there is. Okay, you think you can find some businesses? You think you can find some affiliates? Let me read you a couple other statistics. I actually have a card, and I have my statistics on the back when I hand it to someone. 84% of people trust reviews as much as a friend's recommendation. How about this? A customer review can increase conversions by 270%. 92% of people hesitate to use a business with no or few reviews. 94% of customers refuse to patronize a business with negative reviews. And I could go on and on. We got statistics for days like that.
And I know, I mean, my wife, she will not purchase anything if it has bad reviews. She does not want to do anything. I mean, that's just a societal norm right now. I mean, you have to have good reviews. And I mean, I'm not going to go to a restaurant if I'm out of town, and if they have a 4 below or anything below a 4, we're not going.
Well, it's like this too. If a business, let's say a business has been around 10 years and they got 30 reviews, I mean, they're not barely getting anybody. You mean no one likes you? Like, why didn't anybody like you? You should. And here's what Google looks at, just so you know how Google's looking at this from a search engine optimization perspective. They love fresh content. It's just like a website. The more you change your website, the more fresh it gets, the more they push it up on search engines, because they see someone's always working on the site, right? Well, when people are always leaving fresh reviews and keywords about businesses, they want to take that business and make it shine because they're consistently getting fresh content added. When you're stale and you got a business for around 10 years and you only got 22 reviews and no one's reviewing it, why would Google reward you and want to move you to the top of the search engine when somebody else in your same category is getting a lot more reviews organically? They love organic stuff like that. Yeah. They love, see, Brandon's an SEO guy. See, us SEO guys, I've done a lot of we like to trick Google, right? We try to trick them by doing all this kind of crazy stuff to try to get there. See, Google's on to all that stuff, but what we can't do is take a bunch of normal people with a bunch of different IP addresses that already have their accounts because they're already logged into their Gmail account that they use every day, and those people are doing reviews, and Google realizes that those are real people, real IP addresses, real content, and that jams up business better than anything in the world. And we're on the forefront of all that right now. Think of that. Most of you are logged into a Gmail account at all times because most of us have Gmail, and you're logged in. So the minute you go to do a review, it's going to automatically take your login, and it's ready to go. And Google realizes all these real people are here. If you guys can't see the money, we're not talking this is like millions of dollars. This is $1 billion marketplace. You'll hear the ads. And here's why I love the ads. People are like, man, well, your competitors are advertising. Do you hate that? I'm like, I love it. And I'm like, well, why do you love it? Because most people are in their car and they're not writing down the website and they're not really thinking about it. But what they're doing is subconsciously they keep hearing, I need reviews. It's kind of like back in the day when all you heard about was people stealing your identity. And you heard those commercials all the time. You didn't pull over on the side of the road and hurry up and get ID insurance. But if someone came up to you and said, hey, you got to get this, or a credit card offered it to you later, you're like, you know what? I need that. And so you get it. Why do you need it? Because you heard so many times over and over and over again that you need it. So these business owners are hearing you're getting nothing but bad reviews because that's all people do. If you need good reviews, you need a software to do it. And they're hearing that all the time. So we're going into businesses. They're like, oh, yeah, I've heard of something like that. I definitely need it. And it's like so easy because they understand it. And it's like, I haven't had time to look for that yet. But since you're here, yeah, show me because I need that. It's that's the mentality of the business owner these days. And that's it. So you combine that, again, with the hot affiliate program. I built MLMs. I've had downlines of over 100,000 people, by the way. You know, I've had massive downlines. And I've built a lot of things to big levels. Man, this is so much easier than me selling fat burners. And even like there's a lot of Bitcoin and Forex stuff. That stuff is cool. It's real hard to explain. Some people don't understand all that stuff. Everybody understands local businesses are going nowhere. Okay. Well, they'll go somewhere. If they're not competitive, they'll close. Right. So they need this. So local businesses will always be around. Google's always going to be around. And reviews right now are the hottest thing ever. You don't have reviews, you're crushed. So I like to be in part of the thing that's like skyrocketing. You know, that's where the money's at. It's like when you can jump on the rocket ship and ride it, there is so much money in that. And I mean, some of you will get off this call and you guys are going to be cool, do whatever you want, right? That's cool, whatever. But some of you are going to see it. And that old saying, you can lead a horse to water, you can't force him to drink. I wish I could grab your heads and drown all of you. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I can't. Yeah. I can't. But I can tell you, if you come on board over here, you got my help, and we've already figured it out. We got people making stupid money. I mean, crazy money in their first 30 days. I mean,
it's kind of like a turnkey business. I mean, the steps are there. You just have to implement the steps.
And yeah, we have the funnels done. You get the leads. Everything.
Oh, man. And if you're a business owner out there and you just want more reviews.
Oh, here, Brandon, you hit the nail on the head. Let me explain this. We have business owners that come on board. We could charge you just for one account, or you become a reseller and you got 50 accounts to set up your business. And then you got a bunch of other accounts you could go set up with all your buddies, and it's going to pay for your membership. I have a guy that just signed up, and so many times we think small business, but let me explain what this guy does. He owns a Dodge dealership, a GM dealership, a Ford dealership. And he came on board, and one other dealership, I forget what it was. He came on board with 4 major dealerships to get reviews for his. I mean, we're talking about millions and millions of dollars in car sales, like the big car lots that you see, not like the little buy here, pay here lots. We're talking the mammoth, places. He's out in Oklahoma. He came on board. He says, guess what? All my friends own businesses. And he's already killing it because he signed up his businesses, and all of his friends are signing up because what does he need? He wants his friends successful too. He understands reviews on cars. He understands no matter what business in your need reviews. He's an awesome reseller for us because of the fact that he came on board. And we're not talking he has some rinky-dink little hole-in-the-wall plaza. We're talking he owns a multi-million-dollar car sales empire. If he saw that business, you telling me the guy that owns a cookie shop won't?
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I'm so excited. I thought I was getting like the personal hookup when you told me about it, but this is accessible to a lot of people. And I mean, that's what I love about you, man, what you're doing with the landing page builder, as well as this business opportunity as well. I mean, you're giving anybody that has the drive and a couple of dollars a chance.
If you want, I could share my screen and show a couple of the
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Here, I can show like the franchise funnel. But yeah, let me show something here. Let me see if I can find it. I got so many links in my thing here.
And funnel's the way to go, man. And you guys out there thinking about you need a website or one of those big, long, drawn-out websites, David, he has a system where you can build a landing page, and it costs little to nothing to do, and you can share that, and it'll pay for itself. I mean, it's just amazing. It's just amazing what you're doing for the community. And, I mean, we're going to check out some funnels David has, and so he can explain a little bit about what he does with those, because those are game changing. I've used a lot of different softwares, a lot of different funnel companies, but Davis is by far the best with the text message marketing, the email marketing, everything equipped with inside the program. So you can sign up for $50 right now, and there's no upsells. So,
did you make me the host for this yet or no?
Let's see.
So I can share my screen.
Multiple. Yeah, there we go.
Let's see. Where do I find? Oh, where do I share my? There we go. All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. Here's a little video just so you guys can watch this one here. And this is built on the build.
Finally, you found a real work from home business that's very lucrative by helping local businesses get more customers. All businesses are trying to get more customers. These days, the competition is fierce. What makes a person choose one business over another? There are 3 ways people choose a business. Being on top of Google, 97% of people read reviews before they choose a business. And do you have a good reputation or any bad reviews? Think about this. When someone Googles a business, they will find and look at the reviews. Let's say you Google for a contractor. You find 2, Joe's Contracting and John. Joe has 42 reviews and a 3.7 score, and John has 210 reviews and a 4.7 score. Most people would choose the guy that had the best reviews and the most reviews. How would you like to get paid to use our software that helps businesses get 4 and 5-star reviews, which they want and will practically beg you for anyway? Get a complete white-labeled business. We train you and give you marketing materials. Get our blueprint on how you can make 5 figures a month. Fill in the form.
So we got this. We got all the review stats here. I'm just going to show you guys a couple things here.
And that solves your problem with being a salesman right there. You have it selling.
It
sells itself.
Yeah, here's a video where we're telling people how to get a franchise for $200 instead of 20,000.
Why do people buy a franchise? The reason is to get a turnkey business. Almost all franchises profit because everything is already figured out. If you were to spend $1 million to open a McDonald's, they teach you everything to be a success. The business model comes with the franchise, and it's why a cheeseburger in Cleveland and a cheeseburger in San Diego taste the exact same. The reason people buy franchises is they want a monthly income on autopilot. These days, everything from fast food to gyms are franchised. Let's face it, the franchise model works. The problem is that a lot of people can't afford $20,000 to $1 million plus to start a franchise. Everyone would rather be a franchise owner than work a job for somebody else, if they could just afford it. This problem is solved. How would you like to open a $50,000 franchise for $200? We have franchises seeing returns on investment of $5,000 to $20,000 per month. Yes, that is $50,000 off. This is a business with everything set up for you. Websites, marketing materials, full training, and even free leads of potential customers. Market potential is untapped and growing by the day. This is a real business. You can set up a location or work from mobile. This is not an MLM. This is a franchise business all set up and working all across the country. Saving $50,000 is for a limited time, so you better hurry. Are you ready to be your own boss and become a franchise owner? If so, fill out the form for all the details.
So that's just one of our sales funnels. And then if I want to talk about the opportunity, Of course, we like to show the cash, right? I mean, we all love cars and money.
Hey, you're just trying to make everybody rich, huh? You just want to make the whole world rich.
That's it. Watch this. You're gonna tell me someone won't fill out the form when they hear this? Let me show you guys. Listen to this.
If you're skeptical, we're going to prove it on the next page that you can make $93,000 a month. And you could do that by working only one single month. Can you work 1 month to make that kind of money? Certainly. I'm going to tell you two things before you fill in the form. Number one, Silicon Valley just invested over $100 million in this technology. What does that tell you? Number two, we have a way that you can double dip and add another 5 figures a month on top of the $93,000. So if you're sick of being broke, fill out the form below. This is something real and moves real fast and puts a lot of money in your pocket in the next 30 days.
It's wild, man.
So if someone wants to see this and they fill this form out, again, all this is already done for you guys. We already set it up.
That's wild.
Printing money, man. Printing money.
That's wild. And oh man, it just goes hand in hand with your funnel builder, man, just to be able to promote and capture the lead.
You have the app on your phone? Do you have the app on?
Yeah, the TCP app. I sure do.
I want you to show everybody something in 1 second here. You guys see when I'm filling in this form? You guys see I'm filling this form? He's going to pull up in a second. It's going to hit his phone 3 seconds later that he just got to leave. Now, while he's looking for that, I have an entire video that talks about how to make 93 grand in a month.
Since 1995, I've literally gone online and made millions of dollars online, Mark.
I do the selling. Remember I told you guys about the selling for you? We do everything. We do videos here where I lay out the entire comp plan.
In dollars. So when you add them up, total monthly earnings of $93,200 per month.
So we show them the money, and then we have an entire funnel that walks them through everything, the software. This is a big funnel. There is multiple videos here. Why did I do so many videos? I don't want you to say anything. I don't want you to have to seriously say anything. I know that you hate to sell. Why do I want you to sell when I'm an expert at selling and making millions of dollars? Let me sell it for you. And that's why we built this entire funnel all the way up to where people want to get, signed up. And then even at the end, I tell them it's sign up time. Watch.
Okay, if you reach this video, it's time for you to get started. Now, all you have to do is click the button below. It's going to take you to a place where you can get started. Again, it's going to be $199 to get started. And you're going to get two things with that. You're going to get 50 different locations that you can make whatever money you want. You can charge whatever you want. They pay you direct. No waiting for cash. It's easy to make your money back the same day. The other thing about it is you also get part of the affiliate program. Now, this is so powerful because this exact funnel is signing so many people up. It's ridiculous. And we're going to show you right now how to get this funnel that we do all the telling, selling, explaining. Remember, we don't want you to talk. We don't want you to try to sell somebody. And for the affiliate program, let us do that for you. We're good at it. We're also going to give you, as soon as you sign up, another site, we're going to show you where all the hottest sources of traffic are. So you can get traffic, get leads, and get bodies to go through this funnel. Guess what? When someone goes through this funnel and they realize they have a 7-figure earner sitting here closing their sales for them, where they're not getting that and all these other things online, they realize that, and when they see the product and they realize how real this product is and how in demand it is, they can't wait to get started. So please, let me help you close your sales for you. Let me help you get through that affiliate program that we showed you, all those big numbers that you can start taking part of. Let me help you get paid. But I can't help you unless you get started. But I'm telling you this, as soon as you get started, you could be up and running.
I won't play this whole thing, but woo, what a close.
Hey, you have your own 24/7 salesman right there.
That's it. I mean, if I can't sell them, he ain't getting sold. That's what I'm saying. But how would you like me to do that for everybody on this call, making you money hand over fist? It's easy.
I just got a lead.
Don't need out, man. Here, let me stop sharing. Here, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. So let's see here. Yeah, so you can look. Okay, show everybody.
Yeah, right there with the TCP app created by my man David Dubs.
So I want you to think about what happened. There was this. What happened was I opted in a form. When is someone hot? If you opt in a form, are you not a hot lead? And you that created the funnel or using our system, you're going to get that right to your phone in 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
That's it.
You're like, bam, I got a hot lead right here. And we show you how to close them. So, man, I don't know. Man, I hope I got everybody pumped up and excited. Man. I don't do anything small, people. I don't know if you can realize that, but things that are small just don't.
If they don't see the value in it, they're just on their own. I can't do nothing for them because Google reviews, everybody needs reviews. If you're a business owner, you need reviews. Everybody wants to be on the first page of Google. Everybody wants to be listed number one when someone Googles HVAC or chiropractor or coach or whatever you do out there. You want to be number one, and this is a big attribute in the SEO metric is to be able to capture those keywords from reviews. So I mean, if they don't see that as a business owner, or if you're looking for a business opportunity and you can't see the value in knowing that you may have friends that own businesses, or you may go to Chamber of Commerce meetings or whatever you're at and can bring value
to church.
those things, or church, you know.
Go to church. Everybody own a business in church.
Everybody needs to go to church anyway.
Go to church.
Yeah.
Church anyway.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so many business owners, and in any way you can go, you can bring value to them for whatever you want to charge them. You can, like you said, you can give them a free trial. If it's your buddy, you can say, just give me $20 right now and give me a good testimony or something. You know, just starting slow, building your business, you can do whatever you want, and it's only going to cost you $200 a month, which is nothing. You know,
let me explain that. Most of the time, here, I want to make one point real clear on that. Are you a business owner or are you a broke person? And I say that not to be offensive, but I got to explain something to everybody on this call. Broke people a lot of times always say, what's it going to cost me? You know, that's how they think. Yeah. That's not what a rich person does. A rich person says, how much is it going to cost and what is my return on investment? For example, if you handed me two $100 bills and I handed you back 10 of them, by the end of the month, would you do it? Of course you would, all day long. What if I handed you back 100 $100 bills? Would you do it? All day long. But I also want you to think smart. LeBron James was worth $400 million. All right? A lot of money. When he started a media company, you guys can Google it. Google LeBron James Media Company. You will see that he went out and raised $100 million. Wait a second. What LeBron James raising money for? Why is he borrowing money to start a business? He got $400 million because he thinks like a businessman. Some people like Trump, some people don't. But as a real estate guy, he doesn't use his own money when he buys a hotel. He uses investors' money, and then he makes all the money after the product is completed and there's profit being generated. So you got to, with people, and he's worth billions of dollars, so you got to kind of know that's kind of smart, right? Mm-hmm. So you got to think about money and with people with big money. So why would you go use your debit card or pull some money out of the bank that you might not have when I could put it on a charge card? They don't bill me for 30 days. I have no money coming out of my pocket. During that 30 days, what if you just got 5 businesses signed up for $200 each? That's $1,000. You've already got $800 more. So when the bill comes, you take 2 bills off the top, you pay that back, 0 interest, and now you got profit in the bank. What happens if you build an affiliate team? You know, what happens if you got 10 or 20 people that got people? That could be 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 or more. We got people making much more than that in their 30 days. So now you're sitting back and you're laughing because you didn't use your money. You used somebody else's money. I've seen people, okay, and some people say, Dave, I got bad credit, man. I don't know if I could do this. I've seen people, I got to tell you one more story. I know this has been a long webinar here, but I think you guys
I love it.
But listen, I've seen people go to payday loans and get money. Now, the interest rate on that is obscene, right? But if you can make way more, it doesn't really matter what the rate is. If you take 200, make 8, they ain't charging you $600 in interest. I mean, unless you keep it forever. But I got to tell you a story. One of my friends is a multi-million-dollar guy in MLM, and he told me this story, and I never forget it. And it was so smart. He was in Brazil. Now, if you've seen videos of Brazil, there's always the nice tourist areas. But if you look, there's a lot of, I guess what you call it, ghetto maybe? I don't know what the word would be. But bad, areas of these houses that, built on top of each other. It looks crazy, right? Where people make, like, no money. Like, maybe whatever. Well, he was in a business, and his top rank was $2,000 to get in. And a guy walked up to him and said, I want to get in your business. What's it going to cost? He said, well, here's all the levels and this thing. He goes, what's the top? $2,000. And my buddy's like, this guy's never coming up with $2,000. Guy probably don't even make $2,000 in 12 months. Next thing you know, the guy came and put in $2,000 and joined at the top level. And next thing you know, he had 10 buddies do the same thing. Then their buddies started to do the same thing. My buddy was mind blown. He's like, what the heck? I mean, Americans don't even want to join at $2,000. Americans want to join at the $200 level. Here, you don't even make $2,000 a year. And you and your buddies, the brokest people I've ever met in my life, are coming in at the top level. What are you doing? He goes, there's a loan shark that he knew. And he told all of his buddies they were going to be rich. All they had to do was go to Loan Shark. He realized in the comp plan, the minute he got 4 people signed up, he made like, I don't know, $2,000-$3,000 off that $2,000. So he literally got his buddies to go borrow the money. He made the commission. He paid the Loan Shark back. His buddies did the same thing. Their buddies did the same thing. Their buddies did the same thing. This guy shot up to the top of the company. The guy is now a multi-millionaire in this company today. And he started as one of the brokest people. Like, people in America think they got it tough. You know, you don't make $2,000 in a whole year. That's tough. You don't live in a shack like these people in a shack. That's tough. Don't tell me, oh, woe is me, I got it bad. You don't have it this bad. Trust me. In America, it would be hard up to be that bad off, right?
Yeah.
But what did that guy see? That guy saw, I'm not going to stay at $2,000 a year. You showed me a way to get rich. I'm going to do it. And literally, my buddy, I love it when he tells a story, because he's like, Americans are broke. They want to come in at $50 or $200, or they don't ever want to pay that $2,000 level. I can never get them. But these guys saw it, and the guy was smart. He put together the comp plan and figured out what it was going to pay. And he just got all of his buddies to do the same thing. And tons of these guys ended up getting rich. I mean, there's actually several millionaires that came out of that group. And a lot of what I call 100,000-aires that make, 6 figures a year. Why? Because they thought with their business mind, they didn't let their brokenness get in the way. In America, I talk to people all the time that live paycheck to paycheck, and it's like they want to stay there because they have this super broke mentality. Well, what's it going to cost me? Well, what are you doing right now? Because whatever you're doing is obviously not working. Mm-hmm. You're still working a stupid job, making no money, driving a broke down car, can't travel, don't have nothing fun, can't buy the toys you want, and you're going to sit here and actually say, what's it going to cost you? What's it going to cost you? Let me tell you. It's going to cost you to stay in your situation if you keep doing what you're doing, as opposed to coming over here working with guys who know how to make money and working with people and companies that know how to make money that can pull you out that mess. But instead, if you get in your own way with that broke mentality, congratulations on staying broke. Again, take a horse to water, can't make them drink. But that broke mentality, so many people stay put in the same crap situation because they're not willing to do something different. And I'll tell you what, I remember being broke at one time and risking. I joined an opportunity, it was $500, and I spent it. And that was a lot of money for me at the time, $500. And I'm like, man, I don't know whether I should do this. I don't know whether I'm going to get my bills paid. It was scary. Mm-hmm. 33 days in, I didn't make $1. 33 days in, I didn't even make $1. I was ready to quit. But what happened was I started to get a bunch of leads. And I said, no, I'm not quitting this time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put blinders on. If I open a pizza store, would I quit in 30 days? No, I ain't going to quit in 30 days. I'd keep it open until, I would try to work it out. I'm not going to quit because I would always quit and jump around, just like a lot of you do in a lot of deals. So I'm going to put my blinders on. I'm going to do this. Well, I'm glad I didn't quit. The next month I made $46,000. The month after that I made $89,000. The month after that I made $120,000. The month after that I made over $220,000. That was almost by December. And within almost 6 months, almost $500,000. If I would have quit on that 33rd day when I was broke as a joke, I'd still be selling shoes today in some mall. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But what happened? What was the difference? Was I risked it? I made an investment. It was a risk, but I considered that an investment in myself. So I didn't have to stay in that spot. I wanted stuff. I wanted these cars I drive today. I wanted the watches I wear today. I had plans, and what I was working wasn't going to get me there. So was I going to stay doing that? Was I going to get a side hustle? And then my side hustle replaced my job. Then I was working a job making about $100,000 a year, company car. And I walked into that place, and when I quit, they're like, why are you quitting? And I was telling Brandon this story. I pulled up my merchant account right there on the computer, and I already made $115,000 in 15 days of the month. And I said, this is what you're going to pay me next year. This is what I made in 15 days. Would you stay?
I know that's right. I know that's right, man.
I was like, what? He didn't know what to say. His mouth was like from here to the floor, man. I'm like, I need to get a defibrillator. Pick me back up, man. And you know what? I've never looked back ever that. I'm not going to tell you everything's easy. It's not. You know, there's ups and downs and everything. You know, you got to figure things out. But, you know, one of the things we want to do is put together the science of it and dot every I, cross every T. So all you got to do is plug in. Can you copy and paste? Can you plug in? If you can, there should be no reason why you can't ride this ride and make a bunch of money with us. But you got to make the decision whether you want to or not. If you don't want to, keep doing what you're doing, keep working what you're doing. Hey, awesome, you know.
And what I commend you for is just finding the best opportunities, like from the landing page, from coming up with that way 6 years or 7, however long ago it was. I mean, that was well before its time, you know, and now
it really was.
You know, I mean, you're just on top of it. You're giving people the best opportunity. You're not pushing any supplements or anything. I mean, a lot of stuff is cool if you can sell, but I'm just saying there's levels to everything, and you're giving them the best opportunity.
I love software. Software is instantly delivered. So when someone pays for it, we instantly deliver it. You don't have to ship anything in the mail. You don't have to wait. It's instant. And it crosses all borders. So you can go worldwide. You guys could be signing up affiliates in England right now. We got a girl that's in the Netherlands right now. I got a guy in South Africa right now. Because when you're dealing with electronic stuff, we can go around the globe where you can't necessarily do that with a lot of things. So as long as someone has a credit card, I don't care where they live, they could join our system. You could be getting paid off them. And it's instant because it's all electronic, you know. There's nothing that it needs to be shipped. But our software has a lot of proprietary things. It's very cool. It does a lot of things other software doesn't have. And again, we're always putting money into it to keep it advanced. Just like by Conversion Pros, we're always throwing money into better tools. We got all kinds of stuff coming out. We're always advancing it more and more and more. And our customers love it. So
where do you get a website, email marketing automation, text message marketing automation, trainings, people selling courses, $800, $1,500 for courses alone. You're giving all that away for $50 for all these tools. Like, oh my goodness, David.
What's really cool too is we got an automated webinar, and what I'm going to do for Wombat and TCP this week, because I'm redoing our webinars, and I can play them every hour on automation. So it looks like one's going to play every single hour. And so, you know, you see how I close your sales for you. Imagine just another tool that's constantly closing your sales 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I love closing people's sales. That's what I love to do. And when you have a powerhouse like me that's going to work for you 24/7 a day, it's kind of crazy if you don't take me up on the offer. You don't have to. But, you know, you can go join 1 million people. But I'll tell you what, I always tell everybody, it's like this. I got my tracksuit on, and you ever see the people with the baton running behind there? I've already got my tracksuit on, I got my shoes on, and I'm already running, and I got the baton behind me, and all you got to do is catch up and grab it. But I ain't slowing down for you, okay? Yeah. I tell people it's like this. I'm like a freight train, a big, heavy, fast freight train, and I'm on the tracks. You could jump on the train and go with me. You could get ran over, or you can get off the tracks. But the train ain't stopping. The train of hustle, that hustle train is always moving, constantly, you know. And you have 3 choices: ride with me, get ran over, or jump off the tracks. But either way, the train's going to keep going. And that's why I live my life. You know, I take a lot of people. I made so many success stories over the last 15, 16 years. I made $1 million earners. I made $1,000 earners. I made a lot of people. I have people that are dominating their leaderboards because of myself and my trainings. So this is what I love to do, is help people succeed. But one thing I can't stand is lazy, you know, excuses, complaints, all that stuff. You can save all that. Yeah. Because one other thing, shut up, Alexa. One other thing is I like to tell people is, a lot of people always say this: man, I hope this one works for me. Please make it work, man. Hope is a dirty word. Now it's a little bit different biblically. Biblically, hope means something else. But hope is like you scratch off a lottery ticket. You're hoping for something. That doesn't include skill. Okay? This is already done. We've already done everything, and we're already paying people. We're paying about, you know, TCP, we pay out millions of dollars of commissions. We're seeing people make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month. So it's already working for people. The same system. So it is not, is it going to hope for you? I wish it's going to work for me, blah, blah, blah. It already does. The only missing ingredient is you plugging in. And one more thing. I know this is a long webinar. I hate long webinars because I think they're too long. I hope everybody's okay. But it's like this. If you all know Gordon Ramsay, crazy, you know, cook that swears, but he's awesome, right? He owns Michelin star restaurants all over the world. If he sat you down and said, listen, I'm going to teach you everything there is about how to set up a 3-star Michelin restaurant. I'm going to show you the layout. I'm going to give you every recipe. I'm going to show you the menu, how to hire people, how to staff it, how to build it. Would you be like, well, that's great, Gordon, but you know what? I think I'm going to add a little bit more sugar to this recipe. Or I'm going to add 20 more minutes on that beef Wellington because I don't think you're cooking it long enough. Or I think the tables should be placed in a little bit different area here. Or I think the sign should be red instead of green, or this and that. You know how stupid you would sound to that guy if you decided you wanted to change such a system of success by throwing some ingredients in there and changing the formula that works. Many of you, you get 2 in your head instead of plugging into a formula that automatically is already proven, is already working. Stop doing that, and then you'll actually start making money when you get out of your own way. But a lot of you jump in your own way all the time, and that's the reason you're in the situation you're at. We have this set up perfectly. I mean, you saw videos, funnels that are already pulling leads, that are already getting signups. It already works. No need to change anything. The only thing you need to do is plug in and use it. That's it, and that's what's great. It's like when I get Alexa from Amazon, I plug it in. I say, "What's up, Alexa?" And she talks back. She probably talk right now. You know what I mean? I don't have to figure. I don't really need to know the mechanics or the software or anything how that works. All you do is plug it in, and it works. Okay, and business is kind of the same way. So that's how it works. So everybody, that's all I got, Brandon. I know it's a long webinar.
David Dubs, everybody. I appreciate you coming on. I mean, if they want to find you, of course, the conversionpros.com, or come talk to myself. But if they want to find you, where can they find you on Instagram or?
Well, my Instagram is kind of crazy. I don't really do any business on my Instagram just because it's more my fun page. But
I got you.
And I mean, you can find me there. If you really need me for business, you want to go through Brandon.
Okay.
I help all my people, so you go through him. If you want to see my crazy toys and lifestyle, my Instagram is 615, like our area code, exotic. Now, I know that sounds like that stupid movie, Joe Tiger, whatever. He was so exotic or whatever on that show. Yeah. My Instagram was around way before that. Way before that Netflix special.
A lot of hits, though, now.
Yeah, so I didn't like to say, oh, I like that Netflix special. I'm going to name myself 615 Exotic after that stupid show. I was around a little bit before that. Yeah. And I actually wanted to name it 615 Exotics for exotic cars because that's what I meant to. Except that somebody already had that, and it's like a weed site. So if you type in 615 Exotics, you might see some questionable stuff. That ain't me. If you type in 615 Exotic, that's it. No S. You'll find me. All right. So
all right. Appreciate it, David, man. And I just want to reiterate that if you all are out there, you're looking to get more reviews, are you looking to be able to sell software that's already proven to work, that's already out there? Just reach out to me, DM me. This will be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. So just look in the show notes. You can reach out to me, and we can work something out. I'll talk to you, and we can discuss the opportunity. And this isn't an MLM. I'm talking to the owner of the software. So this is a business opportunity for anyone that's interested. And, yeah, man, once again, thanks again, David. I appreciate you coming on.
All right, Brandon. Anybody have any questions, ask him, and he'll ask me, and I'll get back to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Take care now.
All right.
See you.